Ever wondered why your cybersecurity efforts sometimes seem to fail despite all your investments and strategies? The answer might lie in a critical step you may be overlooking: vulnerability assessment. It's like a health checkup, but for your cyber infrastructure. Just as a doctor identifies potential health risks, vulnerability assessment is about spotting the weaknesses in your system before they can be exploited. We live in an era where cyber threats are increasing at an alarming rate. From solo hackers to organized cybercrime syndicates, there are numerous entities looking for the slightest chink in your armor. Imagine having a door that you believe is secure, only to find out it has a faulty lock. Vulnerability assessment is the process of finding that faulty lock and fixing it before an intruder can take advantage. To keep your cybersecurity game strong, understanding different types of vulnerability assessments is the key. First on our list is network vulnerability assessment. When you hear this term, think of it as a health checkup for your network system. It's a comprehensive process that aims to identify vulnerabilities in your network and its associated devices. So, how does it work? Well, it's like a detective meticulously searching for clues. It scans your entire network, leaving no stone unturned. It checks routers, switches, firewalls, and other devices, looking for weak points that could give hackers an easy in. Now, why is this important? Remember, knowledge is power. By discovering these vulnerabilities, you're arming yourself with the knowledge to patch these weak points and fortify your network against potential cyber attacks. It's like finding a hole in your fence and fixing it before a burglar can use it to sneak into your yard. So next time you're worried about your network security, a network vulnerability assessment might be what you need. Next, we dive into the specifics with host-based vulnerability assessment. This type of assessment zeroes in on individual systems or hosts. It's like giving your computer, server, or any other host device its very own security checkup. Let's break it down. The host-based vulnerability assessment combs through every nook and cranny of your device. It assesses the state of security for your systems, scrutinizing things like configurations and installed applications. Think of it like this. It's not just checking the locks on your doors and windows, it's also checking the strength of the walls, the integrity of the roof, and the safety of the electrical system. The goal here is to ensure that each individual host is as secure as it can possibly be. Because when each host is fortified, the overall security infrastructure becomes that much stronger. Always remember, a fortified host can significantly bolster your security infrastructure. Now, let's tackle the airwaves with wireless network vulnerability assessment. This process is a bit like a health checkup, but for your wireless network. It uncovers the weak spots that could make your network susceptible to attacks. Just imagine the myriad of devices connected to your Wi-Fi, each one a potential entry point for cyber threats. From your smartphone, smart TV, to your smart refrigerator, each device has its own vulnerability. This is where the wireless network vulnerability assessment comes in. It evaluates the security measures in place, checks for any vulnerabilities, and recommends solutions. Wireless connections, while convenient, come with their own unique set of threats. They can be more susceptible to eavesdropping, unauthorized access, or even device spoofing. The invisible nature of these connections makes them harder to secure, but not impossible. The importance of securing our wireless networks cannot be overstated. In a world that's increasingly wireless, it's crucial to stay a step ahead of potential threats. Last but definitely not least, we have application vulnerability assessment. Now, this is the real deal when it comes to checking the integrity of our software applications. It's like a health checkup for your applications, only instead of a doctor, we have security experts who diagnose what's going on under the hood. They meticulously analyze every line of code, every function, every operation, hunting for any potential weak spots that could be exploited. Let's think of an application as a fortress. It might have strong walls and well-guarded gates, but a single poorly constructed tunnel could lead to its downfall. Similarly, a seemingly minor flaw in an application's code could potentially expose it to significant security threats. Application vulnerability assessment isn't just about identifying these vulnerabilities. It's also about remedying them before they can be exploited. It's an ongoing process of fortifying our digital fortresses. And remember, secure applications are the backbone of a robust cybersecurity framework. Now that we've gone through the different types of vulnerability assessments, let's tie it all together. Vulnerability assessments are a critical pillar of cybersecurity. They provide us with a clear understanding of the potential weak spots within our systems. Each type of vulnerability assessment we've discussed, network, host-based, wireless network, and application, contributes to the overall security strategy in its unique way. Let's start with network vulnerability assessments. They are like the watchtowers of our digital fortress, scanning and analyzing the network infrastructure for any signs of vulnerability. This includes the servers, routers, switches, essentially anything that forms the backbone of a network. By spotting the weaknesses, it helps us to tighten our defenses and ward off potential intrusions. Next up, we have host-based vulnerability assessments. These are akin to the bodyguards for our individual systems or hosts. They scrutinize every detail of the host system, such as the operating system, installed applications, and security configurations. It's a deep dive into the system, ensuring that there are no hidden flaws that could be exploited. Wireless network vulnerability assessments, on the other hand, are the guardians of our airwaves. They keep an eye on the wireless networks, which are often an easy target for cybercriminals due to their inherent vulnerabilities. This assessment ensures the wireless networks are secure and the data transmitted through them remains confidential. Last but not least, application vulnerability assessments are the gatekeepers of our software applications. They meticulously check for any flaws within the applications that could be exploited, ensuring the applications are robust and secure. In essence, each of these assessments is like a piece of a puzzle. Individually, they each protect a specific area, but together they form a comprehensive shield, safeguarding our systems from a multitude of potential threats. They are the building blocks of a robust cybersecurity strategy, helping us to stay one step ahead of the cybercriminals. Remember, in cybersecurity, knowledge is your best defense. Stay informed, stay secure.